Hello and welcome to Pardon the Interception, Season 38, Week 3, with your hosts, myself, Lee Wood.
Nick Taylor.
And myself, Simon Wood, coach of a team I don't know in the Atlantic.
Okay, let's start off as ever with the Guffle. Summer Mules winning against the Tanking Knights.
Yeah.
The Hulk,
Okay.
one.
Yeah, Rindrace are back on form as well.
Yep, Rinray's back on form. Coach with no name losing again. Wildcats beat the Cannons. Beach Breakers. Aaron winning is boring news. Can you remember what your game of the week was?
I want to say it was
Was
the
it Quake Circle,
Quake.
which is a lovely 2 point game? Unfortunately, the wrong coach winning.
I believe that's the game I picked out, but
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Some twat won there.
a couple of close games. Witchcraft just about beating the Steelers as well.
Mm.
Yeah.
It's interesting. Just those two
Goat
teams.
Stars,
Yeah.
1 point game.
Mm.
Orcs, Firebirds, 3 point game. Quite a few actually very close games.
Yeah, District 12 losing at home as well.
Yep.
Not a bad week for the boring
Not a
league.
bad week. Now that
Well,
we have 3 weeks, it's time.
Yeah, the standings actually look pretty interesting.
We can go with the
Really?
bold predictions.
Oh, and I like a bold prediction.
Yeah.
Just standings are nonsense, but
What
bold
I
prediction.
like is the Blaze have won all three games, but they've only got a points differential of plus 15, which is like
Yeah.
we're just about getting the results they need.
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah, it's just something I was never talking about the standings. These are just a vehicle for our bold predictions.
I like a bold prediction.
what kind of predictions are we talking about here?
Good question. Good question. I think we go super bold and we go AFC winner, NFC winner.
Ooh. It's interesting. AFC looks pretty open this year.
I'm going Saints and Lightning because I like a bold prediction. Sorry, Simon. Let me just adjust yours by scrolling a little bit. There we go.
You're missing an important point, though.
The Blaze are 3-0 and the Rin Race have lost.
The Blaze beat the Wraiths. Therefore, no, defeat the Dark Lord. Your dreams will come true. The other side's a bit harder. Granted.
I quite like the Witchcraft. I think I'm going to go Witchcraft on the NFC side of things.
Mm.
Don't really know on the other side though. So
Back Aaron.
Yeah, fair.
Neither of us will.
There you go. I'll back some knob.
I quite. I think I'm going to back the Saints as well. Actually, after
Okay.
much deliberation.
If we can get one bowl game correct across all the leagues, I'll be very happy.
Yeah. Right. Simon, do you want to clear your stars whilst Nick chooses his
Top two.
game of the week?
Oh, game of the week. Lightning at Rindrace. I like that one.
It's close for me between Lightning Rin Wraiths and Circle Saints.
Circle Saints is also good, but
I think it is the Dark Lord versus the Beard.
yeah, I think that's the one to go with.
The matchup as old as time.
Yeah, it's got to be that one.
It can't be a matchup as old as time because Gary's not involved in it. Anyway, anything else before we move on?
No.
On to the Atlantic. Do.
It's a big win for the Avalanche. Tigers started the season quite well.
Big win for the Avalanche, yeah.
I think it shows that they're potential contenders this season. So
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, this is the league of overinflated egos. I don't know how much to read into the fact that I beat the Rapiers because I know how bad my team is.
I have no idea on that front.
Yeah.
Um,
Meerkats won against the Comets. Generals Islanders was a close game.
yeah, I thought the Generals would probably win that.
Can you remember what your game of the week pick was, Nick?
That is a very good question. Because nothing is jumping out at me.
I'm trying to remember if it was the Generals Islanders.
It's most likely one of the top two games.
Could have been the Avalanche Tigers.
Yeah. I feel like it was probably one of those top two games. I was surprised the Redcoats lost to the Sonics, actually. I thought
Yeah.
Sonics feel like they're sort of rebuilding a little bit, but maybe the Redcoats aren't quite there yet as well. So
It is possible. Definitely possible. Anyway.
couple of interesting results there.
What you've got to look at is the Snow Bears team blog.
Yeah, Aid was
It is a thing of beauty.
What I'm trying to work out is who the stupid name players are.
Bounder, Dooley, Scalibur.
Like, they don't look that bad at all compared to some of the nonsense you see in Gridiron.
true.
I've seen a lot worse than that.
I do remember Aid was a big didn't like the fact that when college players started coming in that you couldn't change their name, that they kept their name from college.
Yeah, I also hate that, so I agree with that. But then it kind of defeats the point of college at the same time, right? So
Yeah.
I can't have it both ways. I hate the fact that people call their players, I'm a penis, is the kind of player you get through college, right?
I mean, that would be a first round draft pick for you,
Yeah.
Simon.
It's the 80 quickness elite level 9 wide receiver called I'm a penis. And you're like, oh, thanks, I'm gonna have to pick a dick.
It's all about naming your players like Simon Wood Esquire the Third.
Jonathan Miles, the 19th or whatever the hell
Only
you're
up
up
to
to.
Jonathan Miles the fourth.
It's still,
He's always my
it,
DT.
it is better than a team all named after popes.
That is true.
Or a team that's was it worshipping Arno Munch?
Oh, the Munch
Bunch, bunch, crunch. Ting, tang, bang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Right. We'll go with similar bolder predictions. We'll do CFC winner, MFC winner.
Pretty certain I'm just going to go Avalanche Outlaws.
seems reasonable.
Heroes, Spartans.
Come on, the Razorbacks.
Okay. And then the coveted game of the week.
No idea this week. Sure, I'll find something.
I mean, Outlaws Avalanche looks tasty.
It's probably the game given us what I just predicted, right? So.
There's quite a few good games, though.
There are.
Generals Razorbacks good. Redcoats Anacondas is good.
Sharks at Spitfires.
Yeah.
Battle on the bottom.
The cross conference weeks are always fun.
Outlaws Avalanche seems like the game. Yeah. If Redcoats had won this week, Redcoats at Anacondas could have been a one to pick.
Anything else before we move on?
Now onto the Continental.
On to the Continental. Badgers back in their badgery winning ways.
Badger, mushroom.
Angels won again this week.
What we all like to see.
And the Westies won this week. I don't know what's up there.
The Westies winning. What?
Yeah, I know. They're like tanky McTank face.
Fair. It's because Gary was trying to tank and he's really good at failing.
Trojans won again. Whoop, whoop. Zulu's Hangers. I think that was game of the week.
It was now.
Might have been.
It feels like it would have been game of the week because we like the Hangers and we like the Zulus. So
I really should go back and note down the game of the weeks before.
No, stop talking sense.
people do not tune in for factual information.
We can adjust game of the week to just fit our narrative, right? So
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
we
it's
take
pretty
we
certain
take
it was the Spartans at Ravens, and 100%.
yeah, we take we definitely do take lessons from the school of former Republican presidents that may or may not be on trial at the minute.
But enjoy a good fart.
Yeah. Definitely some good close games here. Nothing massively jumps out to me as completely unexpected.
I don't know. I thought the Trojans Royals game would probably have been closer than it was, but
Yeah.
To be fair, the Lewis Spartans, not caretaking to the bowl.
Yeah.
Mm.
So with that, let's take a look at the standings and go for the bold predictions.
Want to go Bullets Trojans.
I'm going to go Bullets Mustard Man.
Oh, my heart goes to the mustard band every week, but my head does not.
Gonna
It's got my heart.
Bullets Angels. Okay.
So we've just jinxed the Bullets there. So
Yeah. Game of the week. And we will try and remember.
let's just go Westies at Badgers, just because.
Westies at Badgers, because you know we're going to talk about it anyway.
It's a safe option. So next week, when we've forgotten, we're just oh yeah, this game's great.
It's a really close game. Yeah, that was the one we called Game of the Week.
Oh, we're approaching middle age. We just forget things as soon as we sleep.
If you're talking of forgetting things, didn't put in a game plan this week.
Muppet. And you still won.
Game plan
Yeah,
is
I know.
overrated.
To be fair, given I'm putting no stances on and playing a 4-3, it really doesn't matter that much.
Yeah, okay. Basingstoke won. Not
But I
sure
did
how.
forget. And I would normally fiddle a little bit.
Room won. Enigma beat the 49ers. No.
Yeah, I know.
La Jolla beat Cougs in a close game. A lot of close games in the Delta this week.
As you said that, I looked at the copperheads at the Sunblazers, which was not a close game.
Sure, but there are a lot of close games.
Hammershock Cyclones is quite interesting.
Yeah.
Given Cyclones at 03, they're actually probably better than they seem.
Robert Barons lost to Worley. Patriots lost to York, which I think might have been game of the week. It was either York, Ipswich,
Lone Stars
or
Cougars,
Lone
I
Stars
think.
Cougars. It was one of those two.
Pretty certain it was Lone Stars Cougars.
Even Jeff managed to win.
That's when you know things are getting topsy-turvy.
Is that Jeff Vader of the Death Star?
Yes. Yeah.
Head of catering.
It's definitely why the tray is wet, though.
This one is wet, and this one is wet, and this one is wet.
Because he dried them in the rainforest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Considering how doom and gloom Mr. Mullins can be.
Jeff always starts performing well, and then it all
Yeah.
falls off a cliff somewhere. I'm not, I like seeing Jeff winning, but I also kind of know the history.
Just in case anyone didn't know the reference, that was the trays in Jeff. It's the Eddie Izzard Lego sketches, which are well worth a watch if you haven't seen them before. Do you have a flag?
I need bread for my bread gun.
I
BFC, it's difficult to look past Froome.
Nah, Centurions are taking it down. They're going to take down Katanas this year. Calling it now.
Well, it's the Delta's version of the boring bowl.
And then, because it's the bold predictions week, Hornets.
Lee's been smoking something. Why don't you send the 49ers?
I'm off the 49er train. I'm now on the Charlie Smith wagon.
Okay.
I
You do.
don't know. Wyvern Centurions this year. It's going to be completely different.
Tell me you don't play in the Delta without telling me you don't play in the Delta.
Well, once you've selected Lee versus Aaron, I'm like, oh, well, can't go near those two teams. It's already bad enough.
I don't see a jump out game of the week here.
Warriors at Centurions, 100%.
Warriors, Centurions, definitely.
Game of the week.
So
That's a good one here as well, Lee,
I always get jumped out how much I love the Chaos's new name. I know I've mentioned it before, but it's awesome.
I would have mentioned your game, Simon, but that's going to be shock of the week.
Well, when Lee wins 50 points to 5, yeah. I am well aware. Dun, dun, dun.
You're going to score 5? I'm impressed.
You should just go with no game plan again. Worked out this week.
That is true. I might try that. To fair. Might as well, right?
Is it going to change the result? No. Then why bother?
Exactly. That is gridiron. That's the Gary Lyons school of gridiron.
On to the Empire with some polarizing results and a couple of close games. Boise beating the Chaos.
Mm.
It's a big
Rough Rangers
storm.
beating the Texans up R-cubed. You can guess who I'm picking for the bowl.
Lee's getting a bit giddy.
Damn right. Rio, baby, let's go.
The storm thrashing the Hurricanes. Certainly put the Hurricanes back in their place from their 2-0 start.
Yeah. My Hunters winning again. Go.
What's
Red
the
Bulls
surprise?
got a win as well after their loss to start the season, wasn't it? Oh, it's lost last week, Wranglers. So
The Troy McClure Tigers are not doing particularly well. I think we expected slightly better of them this season, but they might have traded out or aged out.
I know they've got a caretaker coach, haven't they? McClure
Yeah.
But I know this league seems to have the most teams who are in transition. Last season Kings were still doing all right, and obviously the Griffins won, and they've definitely sacrificed this season.
Yeah.
So, chance for a few new teams to come through.
You like that?
I mean, the Rough Rangers have still only conceded single digits worth of points 3 weeks in.
I'm going Rough Rangers. I've got to go with the High Hunters,
Hi.
even though I know it's Jacksonville High, but it still amuses me.
No, it's Jacksonville High Hunters, Lee.
Yeah, I know, and it always will be because everything we say is factually correct.
We've just got to wait for Jez to leave, and then we bully the next coach into calling it the something High Hunters.
Yeah,
that's when it really matters.
You can change the town, but you got to leave that high in.
Exactly.
Jacksonville High Hunters. Sorry, Nick. We're.
I'm still. I think I'm going with the Storm on the PFC side of things. Just trying to work out who would go from the BFC without just picking the same team as you guys, which is what it feels like I might end up doing.
It's the greatest league in all the gridiron, so take your time, Nick.
It is. That's why it's so difficult to pick a team. It's gonna do the business.
I want it.
Let's go with the Birmingham Red Bulls. Turn it all around. Crazy. Although I do love the High Hunters.
Game
it's just
of the week.
Once two people have picked the High Hunters, I can't possibly pick the High Hunters as well because that would just be unreasonable. Game of the week. This one's going to be tough because there's a lot of teams that are very much a different position to where they were last season.
I think so. I've looked through it twice quickly, and I think I don't see two teams at the top of their game playing across conference. I can see a bunch of teams I know that are on the up against teams I know that are on the down. So
yeah, it's either Jets at High Hunters or maybe Hurricanes at Seahawks. Hurricanes at Seahawks is an interesting one because it's like two teams are potentially up and coming a little bit, and it might get to see exactly where they are at the moment.
Yeah.
Now let's go Hurricanes at Seahawks. I'm sure
Hurricanes
we'll
at
revisit
Seahawks.
the High Hunters at some point this season.
Anything else before we bring it to a close?
Where's Simon gone?
I assume that he got bored and walked out because he does that sort of thing.
He's had enough.
Yeah. I'm assuming Callie needed something, so
yeah,
he'll be back shortly.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting place. We've got our bold predictions in week 3. I didn't think doing them week 1 or 2. It's more random, where at least we've got a tiny bit of data here, so we can claim that we're thinking about it.
Yeah. That's it's nice to see the league shaping up. Most of them are looking pretty interesting at the moment. So
yeah,
the interconference week is always a fun one. So that will.
Yes, it can really change the picture a little bit, and it gives you a rough idea of how strong the conferences are against each other.
Yeah, I think with the Empire, where there's a few transition teams that were good last season, you might find that some of the teams that are coming up get their little sort of spotlight.
Yeah.
Whereas the other leagues where that isn't so much the case, it might be more of a let's see who's really good enough to get the wins against the other big teams. So like the Avalanche Outlaws game in the Atlantic, for example.
Yeah, it's going to. We've got a few leagues where we've got some big some big teams from each conference facing each other. So it should be quite a good week in terms of results.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Muppetstein.
Okay. And next door, bring me some sour beer.
Fair enough. Okay, anything else before we draw to a close?
Nope.
Okay. In which case, it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.